Hello and welcome. Say hello, drop a like.
We are about to get started. Welcome into the channel. Welcome in. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started here. Hey, welcome into the channel, everyone. My name is Brent. Welcome to Unchallenged Gaming. Today, we are going to be playing some Hardcore World of Warcraft. We did hit level 60 on Friday in the last stream. So we're going to be continuing our adventure on our level 60 hardcore priest, but this is going to now be endgame. So there's going to be a few things that we're going to be doing in order to kind of get set up towards getting our character ready for the end game, right? Because World of Warcraft is not only a leveling game, it is also a leveling game. So it's like almost two different games. The whole leveling portion, it could take days, it could take weeks, it could even take months depending on the time, but then you reach that end game state and you're thinking, what is next? Well, we're going to go ahead and cover what exactly is next in this video. So what are we doing today? I kind of covered it, but obviously my microphone was covered. So number one, we hit end game. We hit level 60 on Friday, and we have to do a couple of things now that we're level 60. The game is basically split into two portions. There's the early pre-level 60 portion of the game, which can take days, weeks, or months to hit. For casual players, it could take a long time, right? It took us, I think, almost 2 months of just, or maybe 3 months of just kind of playing, because we are playing on the Slow and Steady Challenge. Now, the end game is a whole other beast in itself. Once you're at level 60, that's not the end of the game. There's still a ton of little things that you have to do in order to get your character even prepared to get into not only, raids, but just kind of get them situated for the best. So we did do one of those things early on, which is we got the Hydral Tea. Hydral Tea is super important as it allows us to use, basically it's a potion on a separate cooldown than the mana potions and the health potions. It restores health and mana, and it doesn't eat up our other potions. So I can still have the option to use the major health potion or the major mana potions in combination with the herbal tea. So that was one of the first things that we knocked out, because these are going to be super important when it comes to doing dungeons and other stuff. Survivability on hardcore side. The second thing that we're doing is right now we're only spec'd into discipline. Discipline isn't going to be the all-in-one, I can heal, I can damage, right? It's kind of spec. I want to be able to spec into being able to a strictly healing role. So I am going to head up right now. What our thing is, we're heading from Booty Bay as an Alliance player. Either way, if you're Horde or Alliance, you're going to be in Stranglethorn Vale. Horde, you're going to make your way to Gromgol Base. Alliance, you're going to head over to Booty Bay. And then both of those players are going to be heading to the Gurubashi Arena. And then that's what we're heading to right now. We're going to be talking to an NPC, and he's going to offer us... he's hardcore. But help him out? Nah, okay, he's fine. We're going to be heading over to the Gurubashi Arena and talking a little about the dual spec. On Turtle WoW, there is dual spec. That was something that was not around in the past during vanilla classic phase, but it is such a nice thing to have and be able to do. So here we are in the Gurubashi Arena. We don't have to go into the arena. That's not what we're going to be doing. Over here on the left hand side, you can see there's going to be a character named Vizlo. Go ahead and talk to him. There's going to be a quest called the Goblin Brainwashing Device. And this guy's going to say, come on up, folks, and behold, Vizlo's magical mist machine. He sizes you up and down. Ah, a potential customer. You must have come from across the world to see the wonders of that my machines do. No? Oh well, that doesn't even matter. Then it must be fate, or whatever deity you believe in that has brought you to me. Listen, this machine can do wonders, kid. It can expand your physical and mental capacities. and all you need to do is insert gold into it and make it work. So what do you say? Pay 10 gold to activate it, of course. I will need 340 gold for materials. Yes, materials. Oh, wow. It's 350 gold. Okay, I do have 400 gold on me. I thought it was about 250 gold, but this is 350 gold. It's a one-time payment, and you get this item called the brainwashing device. Now, this goblin brainwashing device becomes a toy that sits in your toy tab. So we're gonna go ahead and accept the quest, and we'll go ahead and turn in the quest. And boom, there goes 350 of my beautiful gold right there. Pretty money too. Okay. So we got this device now. We got the goblin brainwashing device. We're gonna go ahead and use it. And as you use it, boom, you learn something. You go into your spell books, and down inside your toys area, you're gonna have this device called the goblin brainwashing device. You're gonna go ahead and use it here. And what's gonna happen is gonna pop out a little thing on the ground here. So as long as you've bought this device, you'll be able to use this goblin brainwashing device right here. And what is up, Win? Welcome into the stream. Welcome in, welcome in. So right now we're covering dual spec. So the very first time that you hit on the brainwashing device, you're gonna have a couple options. You can save your first specialization. Basically, you're just saving your talents into a specific slot. So when you buy this thing for 350 gold, by default, it comes with 2 slots that you can save your specializations in. I can go in here and click, and boom, my talents that I currently have, the 34 discipline, 12 holy, and 5 spirit, are going to be saved into that activations, into that first spot. I can do it in the second spot as well. You can see here, I can save it into that second spot as well. Now, if I want to activate it at any time, right, I can have multiple, if I had other talents, I could then go in, save it in the second slot, and then have my discipline in the first spot. And then if I want to activate it, I just have to click on activate to activate that specific spot. Together, we're going to start the Ani stuff. And then also you have the option here to buy the third slot. Like if you're a paladin, a druid, like a hybrid class, you're going to basically have, as a paladin, you're going to have a holy tree, you're going to have a protection spec, you're going to have a retribution spec, you might even have some sort of a farm spec. So you might actually end up having up to 4 different saved talents. And you have the option with this thing to do that. Also, if you do reset your talents, it does cost gold or 5 gold. So here, if I go ahead and click reset my talents, you can see, boom, 1 of my gold went away because that was the first time that it reset. And you see here that I have a scrambled brain. So you gave the goblin brainwashing machine a spin, and now you're not sure if you're a mage or a murloc. So you do get a 10-minute debuff every time you use this thing to either activate a talent or to reset your skills. So in this case, we did reset our skills. I have 51 points to use, and we're gonna head up to Burning Steeps now. So right now, I'm gonna head back down to Booty Bay. I'm gonna take a flight path up to Burning Steeps and then take a look at starting the Onyxia portion. So number 1, what I did at level 60 is I tried to get a summon the Hydral so I can get my T's. Number 2, I made sure I had the gold to get the brainwashing device so I can get dual spec. That's going to be super useful on a priest. So I can spec holy or other spec. You know, holy is going to be my primary spec for healing endgame dungeons. And then I do want something offensively that I can kind of grind with. So I think I'm going to choose Shadow. But I'm not 100%. Yes! I'm going to take a look at the Discord servers here and see what's been the preferred kind of grind spec. I do and have enjoyed Discipline and do think it's fairly safe. So maybe I'll just keep my dual, my discipline spec right now as it is for my individual solo play. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go through right now and talent my holy stuff, and then save it as the second spec. That's that's how it goes, and then go from there. Right now, so I'm gonna head back down to Booty Bay and head up to Burning Steeps and start taking out some of the elite dragons to start the Ani chain. That's gonna be the next thing we're gonna be doing, is starting the Ani chain and then hopping into some BRD. It looks like our BRD group is a little bit slow. There's not a lot of players right now. I thought it'd be a little bit faster to fill up. Hardcore side, some players, they don't want to do dungeons at 60. Maybe not this time in the morning. So I'm just gonna head down to Booty Bay, and I'm gonna make my way over to the flight path and fly up to Burning Steeps. Whoops, daisy. Oh man, down. It's okay. I'm hoping that I can kind of do a lot of this preliminary stuff this week. So while I'm streaming this week on my priest, I'll knock out the majority of sort of the end game stuff that I want to accomplish. And then after he's ready, or basically Onyxia or MC or whatever, I can go ahead and kind of shelve him for the time being and just have him ready for raids, and then sign him up and we can go ahead and partake in some raids during streams. There is a raid at 12 in about 2 hours for Karazhan 10-man, but I didn't sign up for that one because I wasn't sure if I'd hit level 60 or not. So in the next time, we'll have to, when that's scheduled again, I'll have to partake in that one, and we can do that during the stream. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at how these people suggested setting up their holy specs. Let's go ahead and take a look at these trees. Let's go ahead and pop my screen. Yep, okay, there's my screen on there. We don't want that specific one. I want just right screen. Right screen. Right screen. Okay, there we go. We got the screens up on the board. Now, this is the blank priest talents. This is Turtlebait. This is talents.turtle-wow.org/priest. There are a couple talents that people have kind of suggested for holy. I can kind of see right here. This is one of the ones that people had suggested for if you're going to be healing dungeons. I'm going to go ahead and just take a look through these to see what they made the suggestions of. So this is 2229. This is 1731. 3120. This is kind of like a weird. I don't like the use of Power Word Shield in raids a whole lot. Let me go ahead and take a look. It seems like it is a pretty common occurrence, like suggestion wise. So let's looking at some of the. But only this one and this one goes all the way down into the final holy one. Yeah, nothing above meditation is worth it, right? I don't see. I see these ones went all the way up into enlighten. I don't know why you'd want to reduce a whole lot of threat when you're healing. You shouldn't be anywhere near top threat as healing priest. I feel like the 20% threat reduction for 5 points is kind of like a unneeded thing. You're also not going to be getting hit. I feel like these are kind of empty, wasted pieces. I'm just kind of taking a look here what people would suggest. This one doesn't seem too bad. You shouldn't be getting hit in dungeons and 5-mans. Let's see, what do they say to me? Invite when you can. gonna work on Ani Attune. Hopefully we can find some more here shortly. Okay. Why assist? Okay. So, look here. Instruct in combat. Reduces spell damage. So I like these points. 34 points into holy seems very reasonable. You're not getting holy focus because you're not being the main target. You're not. This is strictly healing in dungeons and raids. So you're not going to be the primary guy getting hit and interrupted. So you don't need that talent. You don't need spell damage reduction talent. You don't need to be struck or hit, where you're going to be giving a PR percentage for 6 seconds. And you don't need improved light well because it's kind of a trash talent in general. Over this way, you're going to have your mental agility, your talents, your spells are going to be cost less mana. You're not going to be wanding in dungeons, so that doesn't need to be happening. You have powered fortitude. I don't know about that one. I guess instead of this is 3 points here. I do like this start. This. I understand they got to use 3 talent points here. This gives you a 50% chance to gain the focus casting effect. I don't know if I like that one or not. I feel like Unbreakable Will is decent, but it would only be 9% with 3 talent points. Let's see what these other people did. But he went 3 points into a threat, so I think threat would be in general better. Like 12% reduced threat on all your spells would be better off. Like it would work 100% of the time when you're healing, versus this only having a 50% chance to work when you're being struck in combat. So I do like kind of taking a look how these differ. So this one, they chose to do 2 points in a holy focus, which you don't need 2 points in a holy focus. Okay, well, I'm gonna do that a little bit later. No, I'm not, because hold on one second. What do you say? Gonna work on audio attunement. Okay. This rogue is not quite here yet. Oh, where is he? Oh, he's right here in front of me. Oh, those are all Hate Forge Query. I'm pretty sure if we want to do the Ani attunement piece, it's Dragonkin Menace. Yeah, Dragonkin. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish up this talent tree real quick. Okay, so I do like these over this. Yeah, we don't need this one because you don't need to have the spell damage reduction. So for my holy spec, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, but instead of I'm gonna put 3 points here. It'll be like this. So this will be my holy spec here. It just seems the best. Let's go ahead and let's see. What do you say? I haven't done this before. I usually play Horde, but he said he did it in 2 men, very easy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put talents into. We're going to put 3 points into Improve for Renew. We're going to put 5 points into Divinity. That's going to give us that 5% crit. We're going to put 5 points into Divine Fury, giving us a half a second off our offensive and defensive cast. We're going to put 3 points into Inspiration. This is going to give us a nice 25% armor buff whenever we get a crit with our spells. We're going to get Holy Nova so we can heal in AoE without having to cast that long prayer of healing. We're going to put 2 points into Swift Recovery. The amount healed by your healing spells is increased by 3% if the target is affected by Renew. So we're going to be constantly renewing people, right? Improved Healing reduces the mana cost of your Lesser Heal, Greater Heal, and Prayer of Healing by 5, 10, 15%, which is huge for mana. In general, Spiritual Guidance improves our spell damage and healing by 5% of our total spirit. So very nice talent right there. The Reservoir is not really useful. We're going to be putting 1 into Spirit of Redemption, 5 into Spiritual Healing, increasing our total amount healed by our spells by a whopping 30%, which is huge. We're going to do our Proclaim Champion, which it's going to give a buff to a champion for 2 hours, increasing their armor by 230, resistances by 10. And in addition, you gain mana equal to 2% of the damage taken by the champion. So you want to put this on your main tank. And then in the Discipline tree, we're going to put 5 points into a Mental Agility, again decreasing our mana cost of instant cast and offensive, holy, and discipline spells by 10%, which is huge. Put 2 points into Improved Power Word Fortitude, 3 points into Silent Resolve, 1 point into Inner Focus, 3 points into Meditation for get that mana regeneration, and finally 3 points into our Improved Power Word Shield. That's going to be the perfect spec for healing in dungeon. Okay, let me go ahead and put this brainwashing device down, and I'm going to save my holy spec now. I'm going to go ahead and save it in the second. I'm going to save it in the second specialization, and you're going to see here now my holy spec is 1734.0. I'm going to activate my discipline spec. Okay, so I went ahead and activated my discipline spec. So now I have my discipline spec saved as option 1, so I can swap to it anytime for free. You can see I'm still at 58 gold, and if I ever want to go back to my holy, I have to wait for that 10-minute cooldown. But all I need to do is talk to the brainwashing device once again, and just click on activate my second specialization, and I'll just automatically relearn all the holy talents right off the bat. So it's super useful. It's super useful in that way. Okie doke, and yeah, we're pretty much ready. The bad thing about swapping talents is that anything that you might learn from that specific tree, like discipline, I get chastised and I get enlightened. I have to put those things back on my bar. I have to make a macro that maybe doesn't remove them from me. In that inner focus, I gotta put that back down there. Okay, so we're gonna be working on doing our Nixia attunements. We're gonna be working on Dragonkin Menace, so we gotta go through here, take out some elites. Those are the fake ones. Okay, so we're going to be taking out some Dragonkin elites. You can see over here on the right hand side, we got to take out 10 of the dragon spawn, so they're all over this way, back this way. And we got to take out some of the black brooding guys, the drakes, and the wormkin. But yeah, they're all over here. Okay. We did go ahead and cover our talents now. For holy, I think we went over the best talents that we're going to have the option to get as a holy. That's good. Okay, so now we covered dual spec. We covered that we're going to be focused on Holy as our main healing spec. And I think I'm going to stick with Discipline for now. Kind of save me a little bit of gold for now. And then I'm going to get these dragons down. So now we're working on the Onyxia chain. I don't know if my stun will... Oh no, let's see. Yeah, we dazed them. Boom, boom. And yeah, we only needed one Drake, surprisingly. Yeah, we only need one Drake. We just needed that one. Bam. I got lots of oranges, so I'm actually pretty happy with how we started. Outside of the initial issue with my microphone. So the skeleton bones over on Twitch. Appreciate you letting me know that my microphone wasn't working. I forgot to ask if you also play World of Warcraft, either on Turtle or just in general hardcore related. Let me go ahead and drink a little bit more. And we got this. Bam. Go ahead. Bam. Oh, nice kick. Nice kick. Boom, chastise, crit, 795. That threat, but he's so slow. And we'll finish him. Discipline is nice. I probably won't go Shadow, honestly. I'm in a pretty good spec, the way that I'm currently spec'd as, that I probably don't need to respec into Shadow. Let's see. And pop back into our mouth. Okay, so we covered a few things in this stream so far. One, we went ahead and covered dual spec. How we got it was we went to Stranglethorn and purchased the brainwashing device. Second, we're going to be working on a few things, not all at once. But number one, we are going to be, we covered dual spec. Number two, we're going to be working on our Onyxia quest chain, which we're doing the first portion of the quest, which is called the Dragonkin Menace. We're going to do this quest right here. We're going to turn it back in Burning Steeps. We're going to get another quest, I think takes us to Redbridge, and then to Stormwind, and then back to Burning Steeps, I'm pretty sure, and then we go into BRD. We'll go ahead and cover some of that. So I think the more annoying portion of this quest is the little brooding spawns, because they kind of blend in with other. They kind of blend in with the particular ones, and the particular ones are mechanical. They don't count towards the quest. And it looks like there's another group out here too that's also working on this chain. Oh, the dragons are back here. Yeah. I don't think I should get this guy's threat. He's 50. I think we're in the clear. And now we just need the dragon spawn, which are the physical guys. Oh, there's one right here. Bam! Okay, so mounted. So we need dragon spawns, and the more annoying ones are the broodings, because we need 15 of the brooding. And I wish there was a better place for these. And this is still the best spot for this quest. Broodings are a pain. I guess I just take out this one for... Huh, you can't even skin them. I got some damaged components from them. Let's go. Oh, I posted it on... Hey, what's up, Win? Welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? How are you doing? How are you doing? Also, cheap grocery. Right now, we're working on the Onyxia attunement. / unit scan black brood plate. Okay, we'll get notified if I see one. There's one somewhere over here. Somebody may... Oh. That myself. Oh, he's got one. Maybe that was the one that it targeted. No? There's another one somewhere.
For our ancestors!
I'm in it. Who died? Level 50. Oh, it's... Three of the elite. I don't need it. Oh, there's one right here. Oh, he sees that one too. Okay. Level 23 dies in Stone Talon Mountain. Rough. That. Run, run, run as fast as you can. And now it's just the broodings. Just the annoying ones.
Yeah, man. That's... Oh. Nothing over here. Yeah, it's pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and be doing Lower Blackrock Spire, I think, as well here shortly. That's not really part of this chain, but we want to get some gear as well. Should be quite a few brooding guys that pop. I just don't see that. There's a lot of people in this area, like running back and forth. They're pretty much doing the exact same as us. By this black drake.
Elune be praised.
Which map Atten are you using? It looks good.
The map, this song right here, this is Cartographer. I am using Cartographer for the maps. Yeah, Cartographer allows me to move it into different areas, kind of shrink it. Right there. What the heck? Why am I not casting? Step. Oh, it's another. Oh, nice. Didn't see this one. We're at 7. Dude.
Yeah, man.
Not that far away. Eight. That's it then, this way. You're not going to see a whole lot down that way. We need 2 and 5. We need 7 more. Oh, there's one right here. No. Oh my god. What is going on with my targets? Nothing back here. So we need 6. This one should be respawning over here. Shortly. I thought I saw one, but it's around. Oh, I saw his loot. Maybe only log in. Go loopers. Okay.
Fantastic.
Is that a druid? Oh, it's a priest. Oh, it's a night elf priest. It's got starfall. Cool. Ah, they took one out over there. Particular. Finishing up. Sick. Let's go look. My body's gone. Take the respawn moment, I hope. Yeah.
Yes.
So they're waiting for it too. Let's. Here.
Yeah, that's how you do it!
Yeah, this is the end game. Is like, hey, it just. And I don't know why there. And we got particular venom. I think it's all. These ones should be respawning here shortly. Okay, we're just gonna hang out here. My add-on should be alerting me when we see these, but the respawn rate's so slow. And let's see, try to take it. Oh, this one over there. Go, go, go. Priests are so slow. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get the next one. Get the next one. Nice. Oh, he didn't get it. There's 3 groups here. Yeah, there's 3 different groups. Yeah, I think I might just roll with the other crew. Otherwise, 3 more. 3 more. That could have been. We could have had it already if we had. Those others didn't. Nibble on our. Pokemon? I thought I heard. Got 2 more, might push through it. Okay, we're gonna head over to Luber's. Oh. We are the priest. Sweet Taters is a paladin. Summon engage. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and be heading into Lower Blackrock Spire. Once we are all here, we'll go ahead and get buffed up. Someone is hitting somebody. Okay. And respec. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and spec over to Holy. We are gonna heal this. So we're gonna heal it as our new Holy spec. I'm gonna go ahead and bust out my brainwashing device here. This is the cool thing about this. To bring this out, I'm gonna go ahead and spec over, activate my second spec, which is 1734. Boop. We did go ahead and do that. The negative thing is we learn inner focus, so I have to go back through here and put inner focus back on my bar. We learn enlighten, which I have. Where's some? Some of these spells I'm not 100% familiar with. Go ahead and find enlighten. I got Holy Nova. I gotta put that on the board somewhere. Here. Our focus is. Oh wait, unlearned enlighten. I learned inner focus, which I normally have. Holy Nova, proclaimed champion. Okay, so I gotta look for proclaimed champion, which is my new buff here. Go ahead and get zoned in. And who's the main tank? I'm guessing. Daru is our main tank. We'll go ahead ahead and got everybody buffed up. Yeah, we got Fort and Spirit on both groups. And look. I think we're set to go. Yeah, I think we're all good to go. I'm not going to be joining the Discord, but I probably should be joining the Discord. Have some water. Okay, let's go ahead and reset the meters. We're going to go ahead and be focused on heal. So Vox and Daru are two main tanks. And we are with our new Holy Spec.
Wicked.
As a healer, it's pretty chill. You're just kind of chilling in the back. You're kind of watching. I am using Luna frames over here on the left-hand side. You can kind of see who anybody who has that red has threat. If they don't have red on them, they don't have threat, the main threat from a target. So that's the cool thing about Luna frames. It tells you who has threat. So if people are taking periodic damage, that's just AoE related damage. If I cast renews on people, you can see who my renews are cast on. It's kind of nice in that regard. I want to keep renews kind of ticking on my bosses in my tanks in combat, because as we are talented right now, our renews, when renew is on a target, it keeps them getting the best healing possible with this right here inside of holding. So the amount, oh no, not that one. Oh no, yeah, it is. The amount healed by your healing spells is increased by 6% if the target is affected by renew. So that is a pretty nice, looks like we're all jumping down. We're going to be skipping the upper portion. I hope that hunter put his pet away. I hate it. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, this is the chill portion of endgame. Is we're all a strictly hardcore guild here. On Turtle WoW, there's a mixture of hardcore and softcore players, but our guild is strictly hardcore. So anyone in the guild, their plan is to stay hardcore at level 60. So everyone already has kind of the same mentality. We all group up the same. There you go. And we do a lot of dungeons. We do a lot of 5-mans on a daily basis. We do a lot of raids. All of our raids are scheduled in Discord. So we do Karazhan. We're doing Karazhan 10-man today. I didn't sign up for it today, but definitely be doing that next Monday. I'll sign up for it next Monday. So during the stream, towards the end of the stream, we'll be doing our very first raid. We'll let us set that one. Yeah, you can see, yeah. But with paladins in the same group, it's so much mana being restored. 30 mana restored. I do want to go ahead and get my book out of the bank because I did hit level 60. I do have the new Power Word Shield book. I probably should actually do that. I didn't bust this out. I got this book right there. Powered Fortitude rank 2. Go ahead and learn this real quick. Watch. So boom, there it is. So this one's 55. This one's infuses targets, infusing their stamina by 70% for 1 hour. That's a long time. We'll go ahead. Increases everybody's life by 70%. So let's go ahead and rebuff our group here real quick. Wait, I need to put this on the bar. Does my... Where's the, Oh, it hits this. Oh, okay. It takes a different reagent, but if it takes the same reagent as the Prayer of Healing, so I can do that. Okay, so now... I'm gonna go ahead and wait the after this boss, and I'll buff it, and I'll see the difference in everybody's life. Our spec is doing well, even with our chill healing. We're doing 61% of total heals in the 10-man with the Paladin and second. Ooh, Dread Mist. That's not mine. That's Dread Mist, I'm pretty sure it's mage. I am devout. Oh, that's another thing I gotta do. We gotta do the 0.5 set. I gotta get my 0.5 wrists. So that's gonna be something else I'm going to be doing.
Power to the Forsaken.
Is getting my wrist for my 0.5 set, because that's a huge upgrade. Huge upgrade right there. Wand. Oh, we don't even have a healing stuff on. That's another thing I should... Okay, let's go ahead and rebuff. Dodge by... Oh, they made orange. Nice. And we'll go ahead and swap to our actual... After this combat. After combat, we'll switch to our main heal set. I forgot, I'm not in full heal. Now I'm in full heal. I can put this away. And the Devout Belt drops, so that's my belt. I need that. Nice. That's a nice trick. 11 stamina, 3% of damage dealt is returned as healing, and 1% increased casting. That's super neat. For paladins, that's a huge little trinket right there. I did get the Devout Belt, and I don't know if it's better than mine yet, but once we upgrade it, it should be better. Yeah, because right now my belt gives me 11 to damage and healing. All stats 11 or more. Like, I'm missing out on basically just intellect at this point, but I get that 11 damage and healing, so that's going to improve my reviews and my just general healing in general. And if anybody has any comments or questions, definitely let me know there in the chat. We're going to be watching for frogs here, so people can get turned into frogs. We just have to dispel it. Like Sweet Taters over there, Paladin, we want to get those dispelled. Paladins can also dispel us, so they can kind of work together, dispelling each other. And now the main guy. Easy peasy squeezy. Black Crow drops. Nothing crazy big. We'll get back going again. Huge! And 1% hit, it's nice for warriors. That's one of their best in slots for the warriors for that hit chance. And I'm back to being a lonely dwarf. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and turn into a ninja. Suppose you're here in an instant interview. Yeah, so our guild has completely cleared Karazhan 10 man, we've cleared ZG, we've cleared AQ20, Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, and ES, which is Hyjal Ray. It's called Emerald Sanctum and Hyjal. Right now we're 6 out of 9 inside of AQ40. We did have some unfortunate deaths. And then as far as Nax progression goes, we are 1 out of 15 on Nax. So we are a slowly, endgame guild. We're one of the biggest hardcore endgame guilds on the server. You know what I don't have? Is there not a auto protection that is for the whole group? That's something I didn't see before.
By the light of the moon.
By the light of the moon. By the light. There it is. Laminated boot. So Zaro is our tank. He seems to be doing pretty good. I've never tanked with I've never had Zaro as a tank before in the dungeon. Oh, that's got that. It's a big group. A lot of people over there. Like this guy's trying to freak out right here. He's fine. Go Howard Shield. Home of Arcane. Combat now. We'll go ahead and talk to you. Keg as threat. We had that one guy chasing him down. I just he kind of little tiny gnome running back through here. Now does Holy Nova work on both teams? Oh, actually no. Okay, so my... That makes sense. AoE heals only heal micro. You can see the constant flow of mana. So anytime that my tank that I put that buff on gets hit, a portion of his damage that he's receiving I get as mana. That's pretty cool. You can see all those little ticks right here, that +3, +3. When he gets hit initially, those first few hits when he gets hit, getting clobbered, getting quite a bit of mana back. I gotta put something on my shift left. Oh, I think what I'll do is I'll put my tooth over there. Ooh, Traveler's Backpack. Oh, let's see if we can get that. I know a lot of people need it. 16 slot bags are pretty rare on the hardcore side. And Boss won it. Boss? Boss? What was that? What? Ooh, that Magistrate. I thought it was a ring. That and peg buffed.
Hail to the knight.
Hail to the king, baby. Yeah, I think this guy stuns people, so when we, I don't know if I can spell the stun. There you go. That went down quick. That's why I like these 10-mans. Like, we're all in here for gear. We don't want the extra threat. Nobody's in here for quests. I mean, there's quests, but there's so many other quests in the world.
For
if you really need
Durata.
gold, there's better opportunity for gold elsewhere. Okay, they're back. Wait, do I have threat? I got threat. Little tiny one.
Excellent.
Little tiny. Back. Oh, there goes my headset. And there's somewhere. Oh, I dropped my headpiece on the ground. Oh, there it is. Don't do that. Oh. That's a cool shield. I like this shield. Look at the way that this looks. This is the good transmog shield right here. Look at the size of this thing. Also, it just looks like a really cool design. Which map out on you using? If you guys have any specific questions, definitely let me know in the chat. Look at that. Not a single person was gained threat from the Scorpion. Single person aggro. 8 intellect, 8 strength. Now this part does end up killing a lot of hardcore players when they head up this room to the what's that guy's name up there? You see some name mob up there. He has a summoner that's next to him up there. And if you don't line of sight the summoner at the beginning of the pool, you're supposed to line it. You shoot line of sight. Then what happens is that he'll teleport you into the room on top of him. There's a whole bunch of, there's another pack right next to him. You'll end up getting chewed up. So if you're a healer, you're not a tank, don't ever be poking your face out above, outside of the wall. Quick way to die. I'll go ahead and show you guys as we head up these stairs here. Yeah, so right up here on top of these stairs. Don't go past this pillar right here on the right hand side. Only tanks should ever poke their head over it. At most, you can go like right here. Lots of people poke their heads. Yeah, right here, you can get pulled in and then that crew will take you out. Still waiting. Unadorned Seal of Ascension. Level 36 dies Stranglethorn to a tiger. Man, that is not the way you want to go. I feel like my warrior challenge is going to be kind of difficult. Warriors have no like pop off after combat. The good thing about warriors is I don't have to worry about mana. All I need to focus on is getting my food. Like I just need to get the best food possible
Hiya, how is Turtled WoW endgame? I just started recently.
Turtle WoW endgame is very popular. There's tons of pugs. If you're playing hardcore or softcore, there's always content. Softcore, you're gonna see tons of people in world chat looking for more for MC, for Ani, for ZG, or they do tons of content that's pugs. So any time of the day, you're usually gonna see chat looking for more people for either dungeons or raids. I don't see a lot of people pugging anything above like Blackwing Lair, so you're not gonna see a lot of pugs for Blackwing Lair or AQ40 or MC. AQ40, Blackwing Lair, and Nax. You're not going to see any pugs for those, but you will see pugs for Karazhan 10-man. You're going to see pugs for Molten Core, Onyxia, AQ20, and ZG. You're still going to see pug groups a lot for those four raids, and then there's tons of 5 and 10-man content in terms of dungeons. Hardcore side, if you're planning on sticking to hardcore, there's some activity. Like, I'm hardcore level 60, and we have a whole guild dedicated around a hardcore level 60, progression. So our guild is constantly doing 5-man, 10-mans on a daily basis to kind of get people geared up and get them ready for raids. So you can see us, we're in lower Blackrock Spire. We're doing 10-man dungeons like this just to kind of get people geared up. I'm also kind of working partially on a quest called the Eye for an Eye, which has us going to lower Blackrock Spire. It's part of the Inferno quest chain to get a trinket that gives me 44.
Okay, cool. I am not playing HC.
Not doing hardcore. Yeah, but softcore is still good. Softcore is still really, really good for content. You're gonna get a lot more stuff on the softcore side. I forgot who it was that died here. Oh, it was a druid. And one of my druid streams, we were running a lower Blackrock Spire. In that pole right over there, there's a summoner. I think it must be on the next guy across the bridge. But when he pulled, the summoner didn't come all the way this way, and he ended up this way over here. He ended up getting summoned into the scorpions downstairs. And I don't actually have my... We'll just hope that nobody gets summoned over here. Where is he? Oh yeah, right there. Summoner's right there. So on this pole right here with the summoner, if you're too close and the summoner can get you in his pole, he'll summon you to him, and in some bad situations you can actually fall into that pit down there, and there's scorpions in this pit and down in this pit, where if you get summoned down there, you're not gonna live. He got sheeped. Yeah, endgame on Short Wall, you're going to be able to pug up to 4 raids easy, no problem. There's always 5 and 10-mans, and there's always pugs going on for at least 4 raids. Karazhan, DG, Multicore, and Onyxia. And then after that, you're going to kind of want to find a guild that will end up raiding either Multicore, AQ40, and Nax. And then Karazhan 40-man. Oh, there's another pull over here. Back here. Honestly, the mage should pull first with the sheep. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Looks like they're gonna have the mage pull with the sheep. Oh, they're pulling left.
Interviewing the leader of the Scarlet. Yeah, all the hard big pulls. There's like one more pull left over there across the bridge. With the summoner. But you want to be behind this right here where you can't hit him. He can't target you, you can't target him. Yeah, see the tank pulled. Hold it behind this line of sight. That's good pull. I don't know if I need anything from Lower Blackrock Spire. Oh, keg offline. And how long ago did you start playing on Turtle Out, Nerdy? What level are you at? Didn't. Oh, you ride it in there? I need the BRB 1 second. Oh, okay.
Honestly, I installed and played a bit about a month ago. I think I am LVL 7 or 8, so not too far in.
Oh, okay, not too far in. Yeah, it's still a good server. It's complete. I got a lot of my friends and coworkers to start playing on the server. They had the itch to play WoW. They hadn't played it in such a long time, and I'd let them know, hey, you know, Turtle WoW, if you're looking for that classic itch, like the vanilla itch, like that's what they were looking for, you should definitely be checking out Turtle WoW. It's completely free. You just download the client, make an account, and you can start playing on the server right away. And you don't feel pressured to play to get your money's worth, right? On normal vanilla, on normal classic WoW, you feel kind of pressured to play often, as much as you can. Otherwise, if you're paying $15, $20 a month, whatever the cost is, it's like, man, why am I paying $15 a month if I'm not going to put in my hours, right? On this game, you can kind of feel a little bit relieved that you're not having to go and play it to make your $15 a month feel like you're, you know, a Netflix subscription. That's my buddy. He's doing college right now, and he took a little bit of a break while he's working on his college stuff. He stopped playing about 2 months ago, just kind of putting it down while he kind of focused on his graduation, and he's just started to kind of pick it back up. Okay, so what's going on right now? What's going on? That. Oh, they're doing Karazhan Tedman.
I got my GF to play Bliss Classic before I showed her Turtle. She doesn't like Turtle for some of the creature comforts.
Doesn't like Turtle for some of the creature comforts. If she doesn't like some of the looks of Turtle WoW, what you can do for her
is look up, if you're in the
I think
Discord
I got
server,
most of them covered by add-ons, so maybe I can get her to play it now.
Yeah, maybe. But another quick tip is if she doesn't like the style of the vanilla feel, there is a high definition module, so it's called an HD mod. If you go and look up Turtle WoW HD mod, there's going to be a patch. You can download a patch A, B, and C, and you put them into your data folder. So what you want to do first is you make a copy of your folder for Turtle WoW. Make a copy of that and name it like Turtle WoW HD or whatever. And then look up HD mod, and they're gonna download 3 patch files, like patch file A, patch file B, and patch file C. You drop them into the data folder of that copy, and when you load up your game, it's going to be a completely the models are going to be using the new models. So like druids will look very, very newish. Go ahead and get myself a power shield real quick. These guys second spawns. Oh, he's gonna pick it up right here. But yeah, the modules, everything will look a lot newer. So if she doesn't look the style and look of the classic Turtle WoW, this guy's getting then you can try the HD mod on her computer. Also, like my wife played a long time ago with me, back before we had kids. She liked playing the hunters because the hunters they had their own pets and stuff like that. So she liked turtles. She liked playing with WoW because she could get a turtle pet. She can get a cat pet. She thought they were cute. Like she grew up with a little cat, so she had a cat pet. She named it specifically like what her pet's name was from the past. It'd be kind of fun like that. I know hunters are a pretty common one for. It's an easy one to sell because they have cute pets.
Awesome, thanks for the info. My GF plays Warlock because of the pets.
Oh, okay, yeah. That could be, yeah, exactly. The pets. I'm gonna go do the ogre boss here. My kids are home from school today. And they're a bit wild. I can hear them. Maybe they're just walking. Chickens out there. Back. Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah, I got my wife to play it probably 2010, 2013. So it was over 10, 15 years ago at this point. That's probably close to 11. I think we've been married over 15 years now. It's crazy. But yeah, she played a long time ago with me. My wife used to play WoW. When she played Hunter, we did a lot of arena together, like Beastmaster. What is that? Mangus Ring.
Oh wow, congrats, 15 years is big.
Yeah, it's a long time, for sure. It is a long time for sure. What is this thing? Use attack speed. We'll go ahead and give it that. Yeah, she doesn't play as much anymore. She's trying to work on some activities for herself. Which I think is awesome. Like we both have different things, or projects that we're working on. I like to do the streaming thing, so I'm doing 2 projects. I'm working on my streaming thing, trying to grow my streaming channel back out, because I stopped streaming for about a year and a half. And this channel, like the monetization dropped and the views dropped and reset basically because people, I just started streaming again in April for the first time. And I'm slowly building back up my viewership, the people that would normally come to my channel and hang out. A lot of them, it's been a few years now at this point. And I stream at different times. So, oh, that's a cool one. I like this design. This is like the little blade. That's a cool design.
And then I'm working on my gaming streaming channel Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then doing clips. After I'm done streaming, I go back through my channel, my stream, and try and clip some good portions in the stream that could be beneficial. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays now, I'm trying to come up and make a video. I have a financial channel that stopped being monetized a year ago because I stopped putting out content for 2 years. So I'm trying to get that channel back to being monetized again because it's either near, I think it's around 6,000 subscribers on that channel, but I had the same issue where I stopped making content for 2 years, and without content, your channel really falls behind with views and monetization, and it became unmonetized. And then I'm trying to work on a blog to kind of get my blog going again. So it's a bunch of little projects that I'm kind of kicking started again. So hoping to kind of get all of these running up again. And hey, we got some cloth, and that is an upgrade. This is an upgrade for me, big one for me. Looks like everyone's creating, so I'll go ahead, eat it, and want it. Sweet! We got some pans that were on our best in slot list. So boom, we got some Sky Shroud leggings. We went from no box. Yes, we're gonna get ported to we're heading to Stormwind. Okay, we did get some new leggings right here. This is going to be beneficial for both our holy and healing, damage and healing, because this is 8 stamina, 8 intellect, and 34 damage and healing versus my normal pants I had for basically just 24 to healing. So even my other pants here, let me look. My other damage pants were these, 13 intellect, 13 stamina. So I can finally get rid of this. I can put on these pants. Wait, what? Put on the pants. Use the healing pads. And I can get a kit. So we're going to put a leatherworking kit on here, and that's going to give us 5 stamina and some armor on this thing. So boom, check out those leggings right there. 8 stamina, 8 intellect, with the reinforced armor that gives plus 5 stamina. So that's 1,330 life right there, and 34 damage and healing. So that is going to be on our new...
Your Talon now healing. Focus on heal right.
And my talents right now, I am spec'd into Holy. So I did respec into Holy, but I have the dual spec. So earlier in the stream, I went ahead and covered a few things. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this raid real quick. If there's something else that pops up, we'll probably jump into it. But early on in the stream, I wanted to focus on my end game. So this is episode 1 of getting the priest ready for end game. So number 1, what you should do at level 60 as a either softcore player or hardcore player is get your Hydral tea, which we did in our last episode. We got summoned up in the Hydral, and Hydral has this quest you can quickly do by just picking up 8 roots, and you get 1 large shard. You turn that large shard, it sounds terrible, into 3 small ones, and you can turn this quest in 3 times, and you can get 15 teas, which are basically potions that heal your mana and your health, and it's on a separate cooldown from your regular potions. So at any time over here, I can use my mana potion, heal potion, or my tea, and they're on different cooldowns. You know, these 2 are on the same cooldown, but my tea's on its own cooldown. So that's super useful for level 60 for content, just for survivability. Number 2, the second thing that I wanted to do is we went down to Booty Bay, and as a Lions player,
You want to go into Stranglethorn as Horde or Alliance and head to the Gurubashi Arena. And you want to buy the item if you have 350 gold called the Brainwashing Device. So the Brainwashing Device right here, it's what allows you to have dual spec or even up to 4 specs on Turtlebound. So right now we are spec'd as Holy because we were healing in Lower Blackrock Spires. So we went ahead and covered these specs earlier. I went ahead and covered why I decided to go with 34 into Holy and 17 into Discipline as my strictly healing spec. But for solo play, I'm still going to be sticking with my 34 into Discipline and 12 into Holy, 5 into Shadow for my offensive. So I'm going to go ahead and swap specs like that. You can kind of see I was able to swap specs just like that. I'm now back into my Discipline, my offensive Discipline spec. As we leveled, I feel like it's a really good solo play spec still. It's got a lot of survivability, still got a lot of offense to it. I don't know how I could improve it. I don't think there's too many improvements that I could do for it. But we went ahead and respec. I'm going to go ahead and respec into Discipline for now. And I do have to figure out how I can macro it that I'm not losing my inner focus every single time right here. So every time that I respec between Holy and my Discipline, like either I'm offensive or defensive, I unlearn inner focus, I unlearn Holy Nova, and I unlearn Proclaim Champion as when I go from Holy to Discipline, I unlearn those, but then I relearn Inner Focus, I relearn Enlighten, and then I get Chastise rank 3. And Mike, hey, appreciate the follow, Mike. Appreciate that over on the Twitch side. Welcome in, welcome in. Am I going? Nope. Get rid of the bright screen. Yeah, I got that bar up top. There we go. Thank you for the follow for sure, 100%. Yeah, we are now, if you come to see. And Nerdy One, hey, appreciate the follow, Nerdy One, and Mike with the follow, appreciate it. So yeah, we are now in the Discipline spec, and we already kind of covered the reasoning. I'm not gonna go Shadow just yet. I haven't had much experience with Shadow. I think that the Discipline talents are very, very strong, both leveling and end game. And it has a lot of survivability, which is really good for the hardcore side. Anyone need a priest for dungeon raids? Let me know. Okay, so just post it in chat. If anybody wants a priest or dungeon for the raids, let me know. They're going to be doing a Karazhan 10-man here shortly. But now, what I am going to do... we were working on our Ani attunement quest. So we're going to head back. Burning Steeps, I think. I do have to clear a bunch of this stuff. Wait. Was someone going a mailbox? Okay, so I do have this quest right here. Where is it? The eye for an eye. I have to go back to the mailbox quest to turn in this item. It's part of the Inferno quest chain. To get my trinket, it gives me 44 to stamina. So this guy needs to go mailbox. I'm gonna go mailbox real quick, and then we're gonna go back into working on the Ani chain. So yeah, number one thing you want to do on hardcore side or softcore side is get access to the Nord T. Number two, you want to get at least 350 gold so that you can get your dual spec. Depending on your class, you will at least want 2 specs, right? Warriors, rogues, hunters, you want to be able to have probably some main spec for raiding and then some solo spec play for soloing. If you're a hybrid or some healing class with DPS spec, you'll want to have, you know, some either
Our
healing specific
ancestors be
spec
praised.
as a priest I think priest is the only healer that is just DPS and healing. Well, shaman I guess too, but shaman can kind of tank, just not very end game. So yeah, I would consider shamans kind of hybrid. So shamans, druids, and paladins are your hybrid classes. They're going to be running probably 3 different specs. They're going to have their healing spec. They're going to have some either offensive spec. You know, shaman have elemental and enhancement, so that's probably 2 specs right there in itself. Paladins have protection and retribution in addition to holy. Same thing with druids. They'll have balance for their moonkin. They'll have tanking for their pharaoh. They'll have DPS pharaoh, and they'll have the tree pharaoh or the tree. So druids have 4 specs as well. Hey, do you mind helping us with the demon and dust real quick? No. Absolutely not. And let's see. Understandable. Okay, so the T, the dual spec. Number 3 is getting your gear kind of list of like your best in slot gear. Number 4 is your Ani chain. Number 5 is your MC chain. Once you are Ani attuned and MC attuned, you have your list of items that you're going for your best in slot, and you have T, and you have your gold. Like, you're going to be slowly working on your gold. You can continue to do quests at level 60. Quests at level 60 no longer give you experience, right? But they give you a lot more gold. So it's well worth continuing to do quests at level 60. So let's see here. We're going to go ahead and meet up with some peoples. And we're all going to be heading to Deadwood Pass to turn in a quest. I'm going to be turning in the quest called Eye for an Eye into the mailbox and picking up the next quest. If you're hardcore, you'll want to be working on this quest as well, because this is going to give you that trinket. There's going to be a trinket called the Pendant of Mortality. So the Pendant of Mortality.
Outstanding!
Mortality. So you get this trinket right here. When you complete this whole quest chain for hardcore, you're going to get this Pendant of Mortality that gives you 44 to stamina and -1 to spirit. That's 440 life from a trinket. You know, and if you get it buffed up with Power Word Fortitude, you know, 70% more life from... You want to have more life. The more life you have, the merrier. Okay, so we're all going to kind of meet up here. While we're meeting up, I'm going to go ahead and do my stuff for main set. Go up to my main set. So main set is missing Nightfall Drape. I feel like so there's a back piece missing. I can pop this, equip that. Okay. I'll follow Lady Mage in their Kara. My other one. Rid of all the stuff I can toss. That's my healing pants still, but I can toss these. Morning Glory. I don't have a whole lot of that. I got the Devout Belt, which is nice if I do my 0.5 quest. Don't need this. I need that. Poison.
Can you explain difference between fast and slow weapons?
Fast and slow weapons for what kind of class? A lot of different classes. It depends on the class whether it's beneficial for them or not. Like, weapon speed on casters don't matter, but weapon speed on like paladins, depending on whether they're holy or like if they're tanking or retribution.
In most cases, most classes that can use a weapon, they want a slow weapon in their main hand and a fast weapon in their offhand. That's probably the golden rule of WoW. If you're a class that can use a weapon outside of druids, you usually want a slow weapon in your main hand because you want that hard hitting damage, and then you want a fast weapon in your offhand. Paladins are no exception. Generally, you want those hard-hitting holy strikes, so you're going to want a slow weapon. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and be working on a quest. I don't see anybody having threats, so I think we're in the clear. Okay. But yeah, see, Sweet Taters has threat, so he has that red icon on him. So right now, I'm going to be just turning in a quest. A lot of us wanted to go do the mailbox portion of this. Look at them. They're over there hanging out. This is Karazhan 10-man. Karazhan 10-man's over here. I don't know where the 5-man's at. We're going to be heading down into the crypts down here. I need to get chastised on. So chastise should be discipline. Should be in this. There.
With RET Paladin using slow two-hand weapon is dealing more damage, right?
Yeah, Ret Paladin, you want to use a slow weapon, like go for 3.4% attack speed. So Ret Paladins usually want a two-hander with 3.4 or faster, or slower. Whoopsie daisy, I didn't mean to use that ability. Did I just use my inner focus with a... I did. Why's all of our life dropping? Yeah, generally Paladins, you want a 3.4 or slower weapon when you're using two-handers. If you are going to be using a Seal Righteousness as your main seal, you'll want to have 3.3 or faster. Oh, I think this guy's a healer. That's right. Okay, so I can let this guy heal. Bam! Okay, we made it here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn an eye for an eye. This is part of our Inferno quest chain. We turn it in, we're going to pick up a Stranger and the Potion. So this is going to be a quest for Skolomance. Okay, so we got the quest. I'm going to be heading out of here. Your Hearthstone. Yeah, that guy Hearthstone, he's back in Desolates. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go back up
Fantastic.
to Duskwood. And we're gonna head back up to, did you finish your Ani part 1? Or the yeah, I'm on the escort tab now. I got to the dirty part of the Inferno chain. Okay, I'm on Scola part of the Inferno chain. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to head back up into Burning Steeps and do the first portion of the Ani chain.
Excellent.
So that's another thing that we're working on. I should make a list. I should make a list of top 6 things you want to do when you hit level 60 on Turtle WoW. I think that's a good idea. Post it, or at least type it out. That way, yeah, looking forward to getting that chain done, closer to doing the raid. I'm stacking strength good for Red Paladin.
Stacking strength is good for RET pal.
Yeah, Red Paladin, they're going to be their bread and butter. It's going to be strength and stamina leveling up. So any strength and stamina gear that you find, you'll probably more than likely be wanting to use that. Blacksmithing has a bunch of stuff. So DB plate. So I always like to use, when I'm leveling a paladin for the first time, if I had to re-level my paladin again, and I was kind of new, I would, what is that? This 2 words steel plate. Yeah, it's 2 words. There we go. If I was leveling a new paladin for the very first time, like a paladin, a warrior on the server, and it was my very first time, and I didn't have a lot of gold, I would level with blacksmithing, because blacksmithing has the weapon, what are they called? Like the weapon stones. They boost your weapon damage. Number 2, they have the shield spikes that you can equip and put onto yourself. And then they have the steel plate set. Now at level 42 to 43, you can begin to put in these pieces on. You can see here's a 45. This is only blacksmithing. Oh, I can't see myself right now because I have the ninja costume on. But between level 42 and 43, or maybe it's 43. Yeah, it looks like from 43 to 45, you can start putting on these pieces. And these are all huge upgrades between level 45 because they're all plate. So the shoulders give you 8 strength, 12 stamina. The gloves give you 7 strength, 12 stamina, 2 defense. The leggings give you 10 strength, 16 stamina, 3 defense. The armor gives you 14 strength, 10 stamina, some defense. The boots, 10 strength, 9 stamina. And the helmet. Helmet's a big piece. This is only blacksmithing. So if you're a blacksmith, you can only equip this piece to complete the set. But it's 10 strength, 15 stamina, 1% dodge, 5 defense, plus the 6-piece bonus there. It's 30 attack power with that 200 additional armor for the 3-piece, so it's a huge set. So by level 45, when you equip this entire set, which you can make yourself really easy, because it's a steel set, which is just iron upgraded to steel with some coal. You can have at level 45, you can get I think around like 3,000 life. So whether you're playing softcore or hardcore, once you get that whole steel plate set made at 45, you're basically set until level 60 with gear. You'll have to focus on weapons, but I think there's some pretty decent blacksmith weapons if you're not going for dungeons from at 40 to 50. You'll probably get a weapon from Scarlet Monastery that you can, from the quest chain, pretty easy. You'll get a weapon from either ZF potentially. You'll get a weapon from questing. There's a bunch of custom weapons that are added into the game. One's in Blasted Lands. There's a 2-hander, and there's another couple 1-handers scattered around there. Can't think of anything specific, but Yeah, strength is going to be good. You're not going to get like a huge boost from strength leveling, but it's still going to be 2 attack power, so it's still going to help out. Stamina, strength are going to be your main stats. Let me go pop over, make sure I didn't miss any other comments or questions. No, seems good. What did they say in the chat? World, I'm probably gonna try and snack Neff. Probably play May out for a bit until something comes up. And yeah, everyone getting off. Okay, it is now 12 o'clock. We're about to be landing in Burning Seeps. Okay, so things to focus at level 60. 1 E 2. 1 is Agility. Agility.
Thanks for the guide, D.
Yeah, no problem. No problem, no problem. So number 1 is going to be your Agility. Number 2 is going to be your Oni Chain. Because it's the easiest, you can kind of work on that yourself. Pretty easy. 3 is MCQ. 4 is... what was 4? Best in slot, gear list. 5 is going to be your... dual spec money. I would say that those are your 5 focuses at level 60.
Things to focus at LV61 Hijal T2 Oni Chain 3 MCQ4 Bisgear List 5 Dual Spec.
Yep. So we've already taken care of our Agility. We've already done number 1. We got our access to Agility. Right now we're working on number 2, which is our Oni Chain. Number 4, I've already put together my best in slot list. I did just get a piece right here called the Sky Shroud legging, so I can go ahead, Shagu chat list. I can remove this pair of legs. Sky Shroud is on my list. So in Discord, where's this? Discord's right here. Priest pants is going to be... These are not bad. There is still 1 pair of pants which is better for healing, and that's going to be the Senior Designer Palatoons. But that is only from... So let's do /DV. So these are the only pair of pants prior to raiding that will be beneficial to me, that are better than what I'm currently wearing. But you can see right here, mine give me 8 stamina, 8 intellect, 34 damage and healing. So this works for both healing and for my damage spec. The only thing that would be really beneficial further beyond this would be the Senior Designer's Palatoons, whatever they're called, which gives me 8 stamina, 7 intellect, 18 spirit, and 40 to healing. So everything else that I had on my list there is basically obsolete. So I can get rid of the Padre trousers off my list of stuff. Where's my Padre trousers? Padre trousers is number 9, and Sky Shroud is 10. So I can actually do a Shagu chat remove 9. That's going to remove my Padre trousers because those are kind of useless at this point. And number 9 is Sky Shroud, so I'm going to do another number 9 to remove it. You guys don't know what I'm talking. I have a list in game of items that I want to get from dungeon. And I'm just kind of getting rid of stuff that... Okay, I think I removed it. So the only thing I have left on my pants list, if I were to look for a pair of pants, would be
the senior designer's pellet tunes. I'll get notified if those drop. And that's it. Okay. This is Uber's. I'm looking for the fire quest. There's a fire ogre quest over here. Yeah, here. We're gonna go ahead and pick up. I'm gonna be working on a few burning steeps quests here since I'm here. I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up these quests right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up 50 yep and extinguish the fire gun. Because I'm gonna be working and doing the rest of the black brooding quest. Another thing I wanted to do was work on macros. Because every time I respec, I lose a lot of my key binding. So I want to work on a macro that can keep my key bindings semi-ish in place when I respec. So maybe I'll do that here in between. If there's no mobs to fight. There's a break right there that I need. So I'll run right over this way and tag this thing right here. And looking for, there's another one right there. Why am I not casting on this guy? He was out of range by like a smidge and stopped me from attacking. And we just, okay, so I need 2 more of the broodings, and then we'll work on the fire gun guys. Guild-wise, there's not a lot of activity at the moment because... Oh, Grass on 60. Yeah. And there's our last one. Let's go ahead and just finish this one off. Finish this quest off right here. Resist. Okay, quest complete. Okay, so we did the first portion of Hyjal, the Onyxia quest chain. So now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of continue to kind of be in this area, but work on the Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, we're going to be doing ogres. They're not that bad. Oh, level 60. Yeah, but he's not hardcore. Wow. But he's not hardcore. I don't know if there's going to be a better solo play spec. I have to ask. You know, is shadow or disc at 60 better? I've been disc for so long. It blasts. Watch this. Watch this damage. Pop up. Yeah, it is a very strong spec. Okay, yeah, everyone in the guild right now, I asked, like, what do people prefer at level 60? If you're a pre-solo play hardcore side, Discipline is going to be very tanky. You're going to have much more survivability because of your direct nullification. Like, Power Word Shield's going to be stronger. You're going to have just more offensive stuff in terms of damage, because of the way that this all works together. Purifying Flames increases all your damage by 12%, or basically your fight.
this, when you crit, you're going to get increased crit for the next, you know, you're going to get an instant smite right away. And then you have your enlighten, boost your attack, you know, your damage by another 15%. And then you have access to chastise, which is super nice as well, kind of like a finisher or almost like a getaway. Only thing I could probably see being better here is if I went up and got the spiritual guidance to increase my spell damage and healing by 25% of my total spirit. I might be able to do more damage overall if I had this, but I'm not 100% sure. I would have to put 10 more points into here, which would mean 10 points out of discipline. So I would lose access to chastise. Nobody took out Vulcan. I'm gonna go ahead and head into this cave. Oh, someone's already. That's all pretty much cleared, it looks like. I may have to revisit my discipline. Oh, super useful. I probably don't need this. Okay, so the next portion I would be turning in, I would turn in the Dragonkin Menace. I'm pretty sure after that quest, I would be heading into Red Ridge. I'm just gonna finish up this quest right here real quick since I'm here. I kind of wanted to knock it out. It feels like a line. Gotta put some butter on my ear. Next target. Target acquired. Aim shot. Oh. What's that? What level is the Whispering Forest? Never have I ever heard of the Whispering Forest. Where is that at? Yeah, as I get more gear too, like as my gear gets better, I'm gonna progressively get faster mana regeneration. My mana is ticking up very nicely right now, but it's gonna get better with time. We're just one day into level 60. Hey, what is up, Tesori? Welcome into the stream. Grats on 60.
Hey, grats on 60.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. Yeah, big gaming.
Just hit 30 on my sham I started yesterday.
Holy cow. You're level 30 already? That is insane. You started it yesterday and you hit level 30? You must not be doing slow and steady, man.
Awesome!
No slow and steady. Yeah, I can't. It's gonna be tough, man. I don't know if I want to do slow and steady on my warrior or not. I'm kind of thinking about it. Warrior is already slow in terms of what's it called, like from mob to mob, warriors I feel like have a bit more downtime between mobs to mobs.
Sham is so op.
Shaman's super overpowered. Are you leveling as discipline? Sorry. Are you leveling as enhancement or elemental?
What is your plan for the priest?
My plan for the priest is I'm hoping that this week I can get him.
Did you went
MC attuned.
Inferno or Normie?
Yes.
Oh no, he's Inferno. I am an Inferno player. I just mostly play hardcore. So this is my 4th hardcore character that I got to level 60. I'm gonna go ahead and work on my attunements. So I'm gonna work on getting MC attuned. I posted it in the chat, so I'm working on 5 things. Number 1, I wanted to get my high agility, which I already got. Number 2, I'm working on my Ani chain, which I'm working on, not right now, but I completed the first portion.
I'm
Number
leveling
3,
as in with resto points.
leveling as enhancement with some resto points. Oh, okay, for the probably the downtime help speed up. Let's see, number 3, I'm gonna be working on the MC attunement. Number 4, I already put together my MC, my best in slot gear list. So that's already done, and I already bought dual spec. So I already took out dual spec, best in slot list, and high agility. So of the 5 things I kind of want to focus on at level 60, I've already done 3 of them. So now I'm working on Ani attune and MC attune. What the heck is going on? Why are they running all wild? Well, are these the only ones I'm going to be fighting? Oh, there's 3? No, there's 2. Is he coming back too back there? What's going on? What is going on? I'm still in combat. Okay, so this guy's dragging more. We're gonna go ahead and... Did I really hit you? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
What is going on with him in the cave? I think it's just this one now. We'll go ahead and fight this one. Something caused the ogres inside the cave to scatter like crazy, and that one ran behind and aggroed more. Okay. I don't know what's up with that. I had below 50% mana. I didn't want to hang out inside there. Okay, so I need to take out 3 more brutes. Oh wait, no. 6 more brutes and 3 more ogres. I think they're in this cave. I'm leveling enhancement with resto. Okay, got that last comment there. And welcome into the stream, Olivia. Olivia Harper, welcome into the stream on the Twitch side. If you have any comments or questions for me, definitely let me know there in the chat. Right now, we just hit level 60 in the last stream, and we put together a list of stuff that we're working on at level 60. I got my dual spec already kind of figured out. I'm going to be staying mostly disciplined for my solo play, and holy for my healing spec. Then we are working on our MC attunement and our Ani attunement. There's a brute way over there. I think I'm just gonna go the other way. I don't want to fight all those guys. Oh, there's something right here. True silver. So I got my high agility, I got my dual spec, and I have my best in slot list created. So those were 3 of the 5 that I wanted to focus on at level 60. So now my last two items that I'm kind of focusing on are... I don't know if there's a lot of brutes down here, honestly. I think I might just leave here. I think the fire mages were the main one that's inside this cave. Brutes might be in the other one. I only saw one brute inside of that whole cave. Chicken! Despite being a gigantic bird, I cannot fly. Story. Okay, yeah, they look with. Gonna head up the mountain. Don't want to fight you. But I will. Nope, he's good. There's a quest here. I don't think I have it though. Yeah, I don't have the quest. Ogres. Ogres. Hey, back me up. There we go. Hey, buddy. Hey, how are you doing? Mr. Ogre. Good get over. We're gonna head into this cave. I think there's a lot of ogres inside of here. And it seems to be kind of fresh.
Are you afraid of dying? Ha ha ha.
No, I haven't died in such a long time. I mean, I am afraid of dying in general, but it's gonna be hard to die in just general gameplay. It's not too difficult. I'm pretty cautious when it comes to specific areas. I know where to go for the most part and where not to go. And I'm pretty level-headed. I think a lot of the issues that come down with hardcore is that people freak out. You get in crazy situations. Like, unexpected situations can very quickly kill you. The last few times that I died on my druid because I thought it was my kind of early on in the server, and I had done the egg quest in Stone Talon. And when you do the egg hunt, when you loot the egg and you take down the tiny little mobs, should be a guy back here named. You take down the tiny little mobs, a matriarch spawns, and the matriarch does 200 to 300 damage a hit. Now, when I'm level 26, I have probably close to 1,000 life. That thing took me out in 5 hits. I could not survive against it. And then I got sapped in place. I got stuck in place too. So even shifting and unshifting out, I was getting chunks of my life taken away. Oh,
Yet I died with my first char on this egg moss quest.
Yep, it takes out a lot of people. It takes them out because
it's those matriarchs are super overpowered. There's no way else to put it. For the level, those things do the most amount of damage for that level. So you gotta skip that quest, or if you know the quest, if you know how to do it, you can loot the egg and then just strafe away and don't pull. The brutes must be up top then. I don't know where the brutes are. The brutes must be up here. And just strafe away. Don't even bother attacking the little ones because they don't do much damage. Just strafe away from them. As soon as you loot the egg, just strafe away and let them reset. Eventually, like within 2 minutes, they'll despawn and go away. But the moment you take them down to 50%, they summon that matriarch, which kills you. So I learned that, and now I can do the quest. I don't skip the quest, but I just strafe them away. And then the second time I died on my paladin, I died at level 22 when I was doing the paladin quest in Westfall. I was doing you talk to someone and they have you kill waves of bad guys. Well, the quest was bugged here on Turtle WoW, and that waves of 2 to 3 mobs that came in a wave spawned all at once. So it was me and another paladin trying to take on about 10 to 12 different mobs all at once. And between both of us, we did take down a lot of them. I felt like we took down close to probably 8 or so, but there was still so many, and we both died. And that was my second death that I can remember. And then the third time that I died at level 59 on my paladin because I was still 59. I was still in fresh gear. I was still in my steel plate set. I had probably 3,000 life trying to tank BRD. And as a paladin, I was really bad. I don't have a kick or any of that. So I was tanking Golem Lord Anchorage in BRD, and he crit me and he lightninged me all at the same time, and my paladin died within just a second. Like, I saw his life drop super quick, and then boom, I was dead. It was just that fast. Because I was going around the corner of the line of sight, the Golem Lord, and he got off his chain lightning, and then I got crit with a melee hit at the same time, and I just didn't have the life to survive it. And I didn't bubble because I was kind of tanking, and it just happened so fast. I couldn't react that fast to bubble it, or light of hands, or any of that. So that was my third death. And after I died in those ways, I fixed the issues, right? I learned how to do the egg hunt quest. I learned not to do the paladin quest directly at level 22, or at least get more help. And then I don't go tanking at level 60 on a fresh paladin content that I don't know how to tank yet. So yeah, those are my 3 deaths on the hardcore side. I've had others, I think, but nothing as high or as memorable. I don't know how my druid did die times while I was loving him. I just don't remember how he died outside of the egg hunt quest. Oh no, he did die a second time. My first death on my druid was to the matriarch spiders and stone talent. My second death on my druid was to the named mob in Irathi Highlands. I was level 39. I remember now. I was level 39. I had been in the Irathi Highlands, and there's a named mob called the Warlord. Let's see. Go Irathi Highlands. Up here in the custom zone back here. It's up here. So in this custom zone back here in the ruins of Zala, there's a named mob back here called the Warlord of something. He's level 40, 41. This guy hits for about 400 damage a hit. In comparison to the other mobs around him, hit for about 60 to 80 damage. Even as a tank, like I was 38, even as a Pharaoh Druid, I swapped the bear form. He still chewed through my life like I was just a piece of paper. Come on. Boom. He still chewed me up. So that was the second time I died. And then I learned not to do that quest. Because I see lots of people die there.
Level 29 died to Chief Murga. Not familiar with that name. All I need is 2 brutes. Okay. So I can remember Paladin, Druid. Okay, I've died 4 times on hardcore. Which is not that bad.
Yes!
It's not that bad. And all the gameplays and levels and time that I've put on the hardcore, I've died 4 times. And it was to either situations that I wasn't too familiar with, or just really bad accident. Okay, so I need 4 more brutes. Flash, unit scan, fire, gut, brute. Well, you are somewhere. I wish I knew where, though. Inside of the cave. One thing I wish we could do is use raid targets when we're not in a raid. Does Super WoW let me use raid targets in solo play? Ah, there is another group looking for DPS for 8 Forge Quarry. Oh, no, build. Oh, there's nobody in here. Brutes. So there's no brutes in here at all. Man, I want this quest complete. I don't like leaving quests undone to go run off and do something else. I don't know if you guys are the same, but I don't like starting a quest and not finishing it. Oh, somebody died out there, Mr. Tough Guy. Level 15. Ira Gong goes again. Okay, so they must be either in the, what the heck? Who's this? Where is this guy? I can't move my map. So there's a named mob called Gordon Lock. Gordonok, level 54, only 3,000 health. He might be in the back of the cave. Let's wander back there. Oh, there's a brute. Nice. There's a brute right here. I really should probably take wanding off my bar. Oh, okay. So it actually is pretty well worth it to respec. There is something I could do for respecing. I can get rid of my wand specialization. I could probably put points into less concentration over my wand. But yeah, that would be a better way of using those points. There should be a name mob back here. Yeah, there's a name mob right there. I wonder if I can pull this guy without pulling the other guy. I think we should be able to. Yeah. Oh, well, we got 2. Oh, we pulled the elite too. Okay. Take out the elite first. Yeah, he's gonna die quick. Or am I gonna die first? Oh, he's dead. I wasn't sure on their damage up, but you got me down to half health. there we go. We took out in a named elite mob, and he dropped a bow. He dropped this Quill Fire Bow of the Monkey, which is not bad for level 50. Hey. No, no, no. Oh, it's an ogre. I don't need the mage. All you guys. Not a bad bow for level 50. 25.7 DPS. And it has 5 agility, 5 stamina. So not bad. Not bad. I need 3 more brutes. Okay, once I get these last 3 brutes, I'm not gonna be doing the 50 Yep quest. I'm gonna go turn in the Anixia chain and then go finish off the next portions of that quest. Okay, that is what's in the works there. If anybody has any specific questions or comments, definitely let me know there, or just say hello in the chat. Hello and welcome. Oh, that's a cool one right there. If you go to the shop, we got 380 points. Nice. But if we go to skins, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not in here then. Where is it? Is it roleplay? Oh, it is roleplay. So there is some different things for roleplay, which I can probably buy. Like I could turn into a Worgen. I could turn into a Tome of Disguise. I don't care. I could do a Succubus, a Tome of Disguise for the Wraith, Knoll, a Furberg, Panda. I could be a Panda. There's a bunch of cool ones in here for 150 points. It's not too bad. I already have the Murloc skin. I can already turn into a Murloc. That saves me 150 points right there. But he has this one right here, the Tome of Dryad, guys. Oh, they're hardcore. I didn't see that they were hardcore. We might have to go into this cave. Thorium. Oh, see, there's a brute right here.
Power to the Forsaken!
Oh, he's gonna sneak by every. What's going on right now in the chat? Come on, where's all the brutes at? Nothing but mages. Seems like there's a lot of them in here, just in general. I missed. Oh. Warrior, they're basically on a 2-minute cooldown for heals from their bandages. It's not even tracking. That's how long it's been since I've not taken Oh. I don't know. It just says that there should be a lot more brutes over here than there are. We need 3 brutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and just do a circle over here, and hopefully, oh, there's nothing over there. Hey, everybody, have a really good weekend. Anybody do anything fun and exciting for this weekend? We're mostly just celebrated my son's birthday. On Saturday, we went to a bouncy house kind of place where he got to have fun, brought some friends, bounced around, played some basketball, jumped into the ball pits. It was crazy watching him do backflips, things that I hadn't done in a very long time. And then Sunday, he had his whole birthday party with the family. That was his actual birthday. Celebrated with some ice cream cake, some cupcakes, some presents, and all that fun stuff. And just had an overall good day, ending it with dinner and then a movie to kind of finish it up. So very packed whole weekend. I really wish stuff would hurry up and respawn. Some people don't wish for respawns. I won't. Faster stuff respawns, the faster I can take it out. Hopefully I get some brutes here as well.
By the light of the moon.
By the light of the moon. Level 54 paladin has a 6 following him or no? I think they probably work independently. No, he's followed him. He's got him on follow. I don't understand it. Like, what's the point of leveling up if you're just gonna have a high level following you, taking everything out for you? There's no fun there. No
Fantastic.
challenge. No. I'm really disappointed with spawns. But I know as soon as I leave here, everything's gonna respawn again. And gonna be like 5 brutes like right here.
With the priest, what profession do you use?
If I was leveling a priest and I didn't have, like, if it was my first priest, I probably would have done something different. But because I already have other characters with professions, I went with mining and skinning. Just, it's kind of throwaway. If I was leveling a hardcore priest and I had to rely solely on myself, I would level tailoring and skinning. Tailoring because you have options to get bags and a bunch of tailoring gear. Turtle WoW has like 3 sets for clothies. They have the devout set, some ag something, ag or something. I can't think of the name. I can't even. I don't know what the name is called. But if you were leveling a priest, it was your first priest, I would probably choose tailoring and skinning because tailoring requires a couple of skinny pieces to kind of make it work. And then tailoring in general is just very strong for having access to a bunch of... Why can't I hit 3? What's up with my keyboard? There we That's weird. Every time I hit 3, it kept targeting to something else. But right now, I am scanning and mining, which are not too good.
Power to the Forsaken.
And welcome into the stream, Asphyxia. Welcome in, welcome in. There's another... Oh, it's fighting this guy. Somewhere's fighting a warrior. Welcome into the stream. Are you playing a priest right now?
You going Inferno?
Yeah, I'm already Inferno. We hit level 60 on Friday, and I went into Inferno mode. Oh, there's my brute. I need one more after this guy. So yeah, we did go Inferno mode on our 60 priest. We covered the whole process of going Inferno. They made the process a lot easier now. So in the past, you had to do like a 12-step progress just to go Inferno, and that has all been changed now. So you no longer have to do
Professions give buffs mining, stamina, and critical skinning. GGS for 60 BTW.
Hey, thank you, Bronzebeard, thank you. And professions give buffs. Professions don't give buffs in vanilla. So in vanilla, like classic, professions like skinning and mining do not give buffs yet. I think that was added in later in World of Warcraft. But they're still good to have. I'm trying to level a couple alts that have like different... Oh, that's my last one. That's my last one. Go, 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 go. Tag. There we go. Got my last one here. There we go. We completed the quest. Oh, so much better. I am not going to be doing 50. Yep, I'm going to
Who
go
I didn't know.
Yeah, we're playing on Classic Plus. So if you're kind of brand new, Asphyxia, what is Turtle WoW? Turtle WoW is classic, classic WoW, but it's Classic Plus. So it's Classic Plus. What is different between Turtle WoW and, like, say, World of Warcraft Classic, the official servers, is Turtle WoW has 2 additional classes that are added into the game. For the Alliance, they have the High Elves. For the Horde, they have the Goblins. Each of them have their very own spot that's unique to them. So the High Elves, the Alliance, have this zone up here called the Thalassian Highlands. And the Horde, the Goblins, have this place called the Blackstone Island that the Goblins spawn on. And then as you progress through the game, there's over 1,000 additional quests that have been added into the server. And hey, I do appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate that. Big shout out to Asphyxia with the sub on the YouTube side. So as you progress through the world,
it's the real classic period.
Yeah, it is the Classic Plus. It really is. If you've ever wondered what would be beyond vanilla, like classic experience, Turtle WoW offers that. There's new dungeons. So down here they have the Crescent Grove, which is available from around 34 to level 40 as an early entry dungeon.
Woohoo!
There is the brand new dungeon going to be added within the next few months in Timbermont Hold in Ashera. There is the new zone in Ilneus. So this is a level 44 or higher zone, I would say, probably to be safe. That's been added in that we did quests in. There's also Lapidus Isle and Gilligim Isle, which were both in the vanilla maps, but on release were removed from the game. They've been introduced and added in, quest hubs have been added into these areas as available for the world for people to do and complete and check out. Over on the other side, there's been Telebeam Island as well that has been added into the world map and is a level 50, I would say 57, 58 or higher zone. It's kind of like an end zone. There is also Hyjal, which we've checked out in our last stream. We went in the Hyjal, kind of took a little bit of a look and peek into the zone. It is mostly covered in 50% elite. So we don't go and explore their place on our own, but there is a new raid added in called the Emerald Sanctum that has been added into the zone. And then Karazhan 10-man is a raid that is on par with Molten Core, but they added a Karazhan 40-man, which is a 3.5 tier raid, which is just slightly higher than Nax. And then towards the end of the year,
This is the reason
December,
why I decided to join this priv server.
yeah, it's a really good private server. And then in late 2025, early 2026, the last kind of bit of the expansions, they're going to be adding Grim Beetle in as a 40-man raid, which will be tier 4. So Grim Beetle is kind of the last in terms of endgame that you're going to be able to do is going to be Grim Beetle, and it's going to be fight against the Red Dragons. And that's all. I think they've sneak peeked a little bit of what they're beginning to kind of push out in the future. But it looks all really cool. Plus, with the Unity client coming out in the next few months, the early portion of that, not Unity, Unreal Engine, they're going to be releasing Turtle WoW experience in high definition within the Unreal client. So they're going to have the expanded quest log. They're not going to be limited with what they can do in the game. They're going to have a lot more accessibility and change, options. So that's going to offer a whole bunch of stuff for the game as well. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn in Extinguish the Fire Gut. And now we're going to go back. Wait, I'm not taking out the Gut Lord, dude. I'm not taking out the Brute. Yeah, I don't want to do that quest yet. And looking through here real quick. Yeah, okay, so now we're going back to working on our Onyxia chain. We're going to head back over here and turn in Dragonkin Menace. Turn that quest in. We're going to go ahead and get the quest called the True Masters. So it is Burning Steeds, Burnings. It is. Hold on. It is. Oh. I'm trying to write this stuff down. Oh, it's 85. And then we turned in. Whoopsie. Yes. What quest did we turn in? It was called. Something Flight of the Dragonkin, right? Another Dragonkin.
Since they added all this content, is the old content still relevant? Cause I was talking with a guildie yesterday and he told me that MC is dead.
Oh no, MC is not dead. There's still a lot of people doing MC. And you can't jump into the new content headstrong, especially on like hardcore, even softcore. They're not going to take you into Naxxramas or Grim Beetle if you're in blues and greens and dungeon set, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the True Masters. And next, accept. And then we're going to head into Red Ridge. Take flight path to. I think I have this chain written down somewhere. Yeah, all the old content's still relevant. It's not like retail where you can just skip. Just queue for a raid and just get accepted. Doesn't matter on your gear. That's not going to happen in Classic, on Turtle WoW. People are still going to be looking at your gear. You're going to look at your gear. If you're dying every single pull, that's not going to work out. So yeah, old content is still really relevant. I play mostly hardcore, so it's really relevant for us to get raid ready. Otherwise, if we don't have, at a minimum, 6,300 life when we're fully buffed, we can get two-shotted within Molten Core really easy. You've seen videos, if you guys watch any of the hardcore clips. Fandy was another streamer on Twitch. She was a druid. She had about 6,000 life. She got double one-shot. She got double shot by 3,000 fireballs. And it took her out. Within a second, she was gone, off the map. That's because you need to have the actual gear to go into MC. Otherwise, if you go into MC, you run the risk of just getting double tapped. And you'll get taken out in less than a reaction speed. Just by bad RNG, but it can happen. So the ways that you can prevent that is by breaking above 6,500 life on fully buffed up, and then carrying those elixirs of what is
Our
it called? Greater
ancestors
elixirs
be
of fire
praised.
protection. Okay, so we flew to Red Ridge Mountain, into Town Hall. So in Town Hall, and turning in.
Oh yeah,
True
Fandy
master.
had a bad luck there, lol. The percentage is almost none for that blast to happen.
Yeah, it's almost, it's very low for it to happen, but things that you can do to prevent it is just getting that cap, because it does happen. We've had people in our raids die, just little things like that can happen. Okay, so we go ahead and turn in the True Masters Part 1, we pick up the True Masters Part 2. Part 1, accept True Masters Part 2, and then take flight path to Stonewind. Whoops, keep hitting Control S. I'm so used to saving all the time. Read it in my notes here. Yeah, it's just a bad time for them. Okay, so we're gonna do nothing else here. We turned in the True Masters into Red Ridge, and now we are heading to Stonewind Keep. To go talk to the king, I'm pretty sure, I think is what it is. Travel to Stonewind, deliver the Solomon's plea to the High Lord Bolvar. Yep. Yeah, she's not going to turn into a dragon just yet. We're safe.
Hey there.
Up. We're going to fly to Stonewind.
Safe.
Yeah,
Our ancestors
it's
be
just a bad,
praised.
unfortunate RNG happening, but it can happen. We haven't had a lot of deaths in Molten Core in a really long time. That's usually because everybody kind of carries a greater fire elixir. So it protects you from about 3,000 fire damage. So, for the most part, you'll be
TBH, I'm
pretty
just
safe.
want a dwarf warrior with the immortal title that's epic.
Yeah, that'd be a nice title. And it's not too hard. My next challenge is going to be a warrior. I'm going to be starting a hardcore orc warrior next Monday. I'm going to have a whole new series starting next Monday. I'm really hoping that this week I can finish up my 5 steps to being ready at level 60. 5 things. I got my dual spec. I got my T from Hyjul. I got my best in slot gear that I'm kind of working towards progressing through. I'm working on my Ani attunement right now. I'm hoping to get that knocked out this week during stream, and working on my MC attunement, which I hope we can probably knock out as well. I see that there's a group forming for Lubras, but I'm not going to be jumping into this group. I'm just kind of have probably a little bit of time left. I'm going to be ending the stream here shortly. It's already 1 o'clock. I'm going to go make some lunch here, and I want to just get to the portion where I got to do the escort quest of BRD, Black Rock Depths. Yeah, I want to get to the portion where all I have to do is do the escort quest, because then I can group with some other people that need the escort quest as well, and we can also do the MC attunement. So we can
2
do
days
like a
ago
double.
I lost my LVL 55 war and now I'm starting another one. I'm at 19.
Oh no, that's... Oh man, sorry to hear that, Bronzebeard. What level, where did you die at? At 55. I think I did see a 55 warrior, my ear. Headphones when you're in your ear for a while. Let's see, what was your character's name? Was it Bronzebeard? Bronzebeard. That's a rough way to go out.
Felwood, I got disconnected.
Oh no, that is not a good way to go.
The name is Norez.
Oh, Norez right here, yep. A tragedy has occurred. Hardcore character Norez, level 55, has fallen to Deadwood Avenger and Fellpaw Village. So yeah, you were probably doing the northern portion of... Oh no, that's the south portion of the quest. Like early entry into Fellwood. That southern area, right? You got disconnected. Whoops, it is. You gotta be careful there. You got disconnected, and that's a rough way to go. I hate disconnects. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Of all ways to die, I would hate to go out in a DC or a power outage. Like any sort of disconnect or power outage, that would be the worst way for me to go out. Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out over here for a second. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Oh, you were in the north farming the rep? Oh, okay.
No, in the north I was farming rep.
The Fellpaw village. Oh, Fellpaw. Oh, okay, Fellpaw village. Okay, yeah, it is up north. Okay. Oh, they're dragging this guy back here? Is this guy gonna die? Hold on. What's going on? Just... I know. Why they're dragging him down here. Gonna wait for this thing to end up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cover what we did earlier today. So we went over we're going to be ending the stream here shortly, so I'll go over a recap of what we're going to be doing in episode 1 through say 5. So the next few days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll be streaming here. We're going to be working on 1. We got the tea from Hygel, which was a really easy to do quest. We covered that last time. 2, we picked up our dual spec. We need 350 gold for dual spec. We bought the dual spec and we set ourselves up with Holy and Discipline as our 2 main specs. We covered the spec that we actually ended up being. So I'll go ahead and showcase the spec that we ended up going for. Over here. Go ahead and show. Boop. Boop. There we go. So for our Holy spec, we went with the I think this is the best bet. With 34 points into Holy and 17 points into Discipline. Divinity is big, 5% crit when you're healing. We didn't need Holy Focus because when we're healing in a dungeon or raid, we're not going to be getting hit and interrupted, so that shouldn't be an issue. Next, we went with Improve Renew. This increases our Renew by 15%. We get Swift Recovery, increases our healing on targets that have Renew by 6%, which is big. Half a second off our healing and offensive stuff. Mostly for the healing side, the half a second is big. We skipped over Spell Warding. We don't need that damage reduction on spells. We don't need the Holy Reach, the increased reach there for the, Prayer of Healing and all that stuff. It's not useful. We skipped over Blessed Recovery because you're not going to be getting hit often in combat, so skipping over that. We did get Inspiration, so anytime we crit on a target, we give them 25% more armor for 15 seconds. It's big. We got Holy Nova. Not anything special, but it's a lot faster than casting that Prayer of Healing, I think it is. We got 3 into Improved Healing, so 15% boost to all of our healing spells right there. It's big. Spiritual Guidance. 25% of our spirit is now spell damage and healing, so that's a really big one. Spirit of Redemption, nothing's like crazy, but increasing total spirit by 5%, so that's a nice passive buff. Spiritual Healing increased all of our healing by 30%, so another big buff in healing. We got Proclaimed Champion. This one right here, you put this on your main tank, So whoever is your tank, you're going to drop this on them. That's going to increase their armor by 230 and all resistance by 10. Plus, anytime that target is getting hit, you're going to get 2% of the mana back. As you know, anytime they you gain 2% mana for all the damage that your champion takes. So if you have a main tank or a dual tank, right, you're going to put this on your tank. And anytime that tank takes damage, you're going to get 2% of the mana, 2% of the damage back in mana. So thanks for mana recovery. We got 5 points into mental agility, reducing all of our casts and instant casts and holy and discipline spells by 10%. We got 2 points into improved power word fortitude. We got 3 points into silent resolve, so it kind of reduces our threat, makes us less likely in the event that we're healing with a renew prior to a pull, or dropping a heal right as a pull happens, that our threat won't be as high. There's nothing else here in these options that are really good for group or raid play. We got 1 point in our inner focus, just that free heal, 3 points into power word shield to kind of buff up those shields, and 3 points into meditation. So 15% of our mana regen is going to be regenerating just anytime. So that is the holy spec that we went with. So, okay, looks like everything is cleared up here. Let's go ahead and head up north. We're going to go into the keep. We're going to turn in the quest called the True Masters. Yeah, we're turning in the quest called the True Masters. Keep turn in True Master. Okay, right here we're turning in the True Masters. Complete that quest and accept the next quest. Let's get out of here before something else happens. I don't need nobody popping in next to you. Okay, so the next quest that we got is speak to High Lord. Where's High Lord? Advice from Lady. Is that the one next to her? Him? Oh, it's next to him. Okay. Talk. Oh, wait. Accept. Part 2. Accept. We're accepting part 3. Talk to lady nearby. Okay, so I gotta talk to her. I got out of there a little bit quickly. I just didn't want anybody popping anything on me. What can I do for you? I think this quest here.
Be careful.
This quest is here. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Lady Prestor.
Light bless you.
Complete the quest, turn it in, and accept the next portion, which is True Masters Part 4. We're gonna go back to Red Ridge. Accept Part 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and get mounted. We're gonna go ahead and fly. Okay, first and last. Forgot what this quest is for. The first and last quest. Speak with Matthias Shaw in Old Town, Stormwind. He resides in the barracks. I forgot what this quest leads to. It's an easy quest. It's 39 server. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock it out since I'm here. Go ahead and head into here. I'm gonna head over to Red Ridge here after this. I think after I turn in the Red Ridge quest, I think at that portion, I get.
Go with honor.
Can't mount it here. Mount out here. And welcome, OC Beefy. Welcome into the stream on the Twitch side. If you guys have any comments or questions for me, definitely let me know there in the chat. We have probably less than 5 minutes less of gameplay, and then we're going to be diving out. I don't know why I picked up the quest and didn't turn it back in, but it's fine. What is the quest called? Honor the Dead. I have to read what this quest is on. It says an elite quest. I don't want to spawn something that I don't know.
Greetings.
I'm going to head back to Red Ridge Mountain. Red Ridge. We're heading back to Red Ridge Mountains. We're going to go turn in the True Masters Part 4. Take flight path. We're taking the flight path back to Red Ridge. Turn in the True Masters Part 4, and we're going to be accepting something. I don't know what it is. In Town Hall. In Town Hall, turn in True Masters Part 4. Probably pick up True Masters Part 5. Potentially. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it looks like he's running in place. He's so slow. That was us at level 1. It wasn't that long ago where this character was level 1 hanging out in Elwyn Forest. And it can happen to us at any time. For whatever reason, we could disconnect while fighting a level 5. No, probably not that. You probably won't die till level 5, but I would hate to go out the way you did, man. Disconnecting in mid-fight. That's a terrible way to go, because it's not even in combat. You had nothing that you could have done there to prevent that. Okay, so we're going to be arriving here in Red Ridge Forest. We're going to go ahead and get mounted, make our way back to the town hall over there. Bum, bum, bum. And we're going to go ahead and turn in the True Masters Part 4.
I accepted my fate XD.
Yeah. I've almost died to disconnect as well. I lost the power. I was playing on my hunter farming beads in Dire Mall.
King's honor, friend.
Outside Dire Mall. Yeah, Dire Mall. We're turning it in.
Another journey has started.
Yeah, another journey has started. At least you got over it. Like you went past it. It sucks, but it happens occasionally. And we picked up part 5, I think it is. Okay, now we're heading up into Burning Steeps, and we're gonna turn in this quest, the True Masters Part 5, and so take flight path to Burning Steeps.
Can I help you?
We're gonna fly back up the Burning Steeps, take flight path back to Burning. Turn in the True Masters Part 5, and then we're gonna get the next part, which is going into BRD Escort to get the crumpled note, I'm pretty sure. And I think that is where we're going to be ending the stream. Yeah, so my hunter, I was farming up beads for my 0.5 quest outside of Dire Mall, and my power just dropped. The whole neighborhood area just lost power, and I was mid-combat. As a hunter, the thing that kept me alive...
The first thing I did when I loaded back and saw my ghost, I deleted my chart and created another one right away.
Ah, just got over right away.
I didn't want to see that.
Yeah, I get that for sure. I logged back in. So I had no power. What I did really quickly, I have a UPS. I plugged my laptop and my monitor into my UPS. My modem's already on the UPS, so I just rerouted power a little bit. I actually have a power kit behind me too. I forgot what I did, but I plugged my computer and one of my monitors back into UPS. I powered my computer back on, and I was still, my internet was still online. I got logged in, and right as I logged into the game, I saw that my hunter's life My pet had died because my pet, if you have him on defensive mode, he'll protect you for the most part. Anytime you're playing a warlock or a hunter, you'll pet your pet on defensive. That way, if you do disconnect, they should be able to protect you. But my pet had died next to you. I had just logged in. My health was at 134, and I quickly hit feign death. So 134 life, I feigned death, and I sat there on the ground. And my character is a night elf on a hunter. So as I sat there on the ground, I just shadow meld into my normal, shadow meld to kind of get out of the feigned death state. And then I waited for my feigned death to come back up. And then I laid a freezing trap. The ogre aggroed, went into the freezing trap. I backed up a little bit, chugged a potion, chugged another potion, my 2 potions, got my pet back up, and then let him get fully healed, fed him a little bit, and then re-engaged, took out the ogre, and then I survived. But it was a tough time. Yeah, it would have been bad. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn in the True Masters Part 5 here, and pick up the True Masters Part 6. And now we have to speak with Ragged John. Okay, Ragged John is up this way, I'm pretty sure. Speak with Ragged John to learn of Marshal Windsor's fate and return to... Oh wait, no, Ragged John is inside of here, isn't he? What? Thought you were the first? How many soldiers must we lose before Stonewind acts? We have accumulated enormous amounts of intelligence pertaining to the Blackrock Menace before we lost our commanding officer, Marshal Windsor. With Marshal Windsor went all of our precious information. What we need is the documentation to speak with Ragged John. Undying 4, he was with Windsor when we were attacked by the Blackrock raiding party. That was the last we've seen him in the cave to the north. Okay, so he is over here in the north. Okay. Up. Head north. Northwest. I don't know what the place is called. We'll just go ahead and start making our way that way. It's over here. So what we're looking for right now is called EB Ragged John. It's an NPC right there. Let me go ahead and hide all my quests. Hide quests, and we'll see here. Ragged John is right there on the map. So we're going to make our way over towards Ragged John. So head northwest, west to whatever place that is. Talk to NPC Ragged John. True Masters Part 6. Okay. So all we're doing over here is heading up and over here. So I think this is the last portion. We're going to talk to Ragged John. We're going to complete this quest. We're going to go back, turn in the quest, and then we'll be set for the crumpled note. So that'll be the end of the stream, guys. We got about 5 minutes left. I thought I was a little bit further ahead than I was. So if anybody has any last minute questions, definitely let me know there. Well, I thought that was... Oh, it's a thorium. A thorium is thorium is thorium. There is a small chance that we can get an arcane crystal from here. Let's see. Got thorium. That was it. Just a one tap. One tap. Okay, so we're up here. This place is called the Flame Crest? I don't know what it's called. Flame Crest. Okay, head northwest to Flame. Okay, so right over here, there should be a guy called Ragged John, right here. We're gonna go ahead and talk to him about the Nixia chain. Talk to him. And he talks to us about Burning Depths and Ironfell. And boom, we complete that quest. And now we can go ahead and return back. Okay, we talked to him for that. return southeast to wherever that place is called. Morgan's Vigil. Morgan Vigil. Turn in True Master Part 6. And then we'll probably get the True Masters Part 7. This is a long chain. Name. Except True Masters Part 7, I'm gonna guess. And oh, I got this quest as well. What's this one for? This is just Upper Blackrock Spire. And that was called the General Drakash. I could turn both of these quests into the guy. Nice. This quest right here leads into Upper Blackrock Spire, where I get my 2% crit trinket. So that'll be really nice as well. But I probably won't do Upper Blackrock Spire for a short amount of time. I'll have to see when that's scheduled again. See if I can pop into it.
Glory to the Quel'Dorei!
Glory to Quel'Dorei. Okay, we're coming back over here to Morgan's Vigil. We're gonna go ahead and turn in the True Masters Part 6. And now we're gonna get Marshal Windsor. So now we're gonna travel to BRD and find what's became of Marshal Windsor. So that's the portion that we're on now. Yeah, there's my 2% trinket. So next time I do Upper Blackrock Spire, I can just get a really nice 2% to spell trinket. I'm gonna do that quest just to have it. And that is it. There are map that should get rid of the question mark. Why is there a question mark right here?
Greetings. Be careful.
I don't have it complete. Okay, so now we're all set, guys. We're going to be logging out here. The next quest I'm going to be focusing on completing for my Onyxia chain is called Marshal Windsor. We're going to be traveling into BRD and go look for what's became of Marshal Windsor.
How many HC char have you LVL?
I have 4 level 60s. I got 4 level 60s. I have my first hardcore level 60 was a hunter. My second hardcore 60 was a paladin. My third was a druid, and my fourth was a priest. And I have every single
All right,
series.
GGS.
I have every single of the series pinned, or in the description down below. If you're watching this live stream, down in the description down below, I'm gonna have 4 playlists. One is to my 1 through 60 priest, one's for the druid, one's for the hunter, and one's for the paladin. So we have completed our objective for today, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Look at the difference in this life. So right here, I use Power Word Fortitude rank 6. Now the Prayer of Fortitude buffs me, increase my stamina by 70%. So look at the difference here. Oh, I didn't see. Let me see. How much life? I have 3387. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay. I thought it would have been more. Okay. Well, that is going to be it for this stream, guys. Let's do some quick shout-outs. If I miss anybody, I'm very sorry, but we'll start over on YouTube. We had...
That Paladin one can be interesting X.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, the Paladin was it was a fun one. If you guys are interested in checking out the future episode, we're going to be streaming again on Wednesday, continuing to work on both our MC and attunement, Ani attunement quests. So definitely like the video, subscribe if you guys are ready for that. I'm going to have that scheduled right after the stream. I'll get it scheduled for Wednesday. You guys get notified by hitting the bell there. And then what else? I think that was it. I had something else on my mind, but I think I just had a brain fart.
and congrats. Oh yeah, big shout outs. So first one on the stream today was Skeleton Bones. So big shout out to Skeleton Bones over on Twitch. They came in saying, hey, my audio was not working. I was essentially streaming for the first 15-20 minutes with no audio. So big shout out to them, first one in the chat, and let me know that my audio wasn't working. Then we had Win over on YouTube. We had Dels on YouTube. We had Tesori, Asphyxia, Bronzebeard. We had all those were on YouTube. Over on Twitch, we had Rotten Cease, we had Nerdy1, and we had OC Beefy with the Skeleton Bones. So I do appreciate everyone for tuning in today and hanging out, saying something in chat. If you guys are interested, definitely go down below. Would really appreciate if you guys thumbs up the video, helps others find the video as well, and subscribe. We'll be back on Wednesday to continue our adventure here on the channel on our level 60 priest. And then next week on Monday, I am hoping to start the Hardcore Warrior 1 to 60 challenge. So definitely stay tuned for that if you guys are interested in a 1 to 60 progression of a warrior. Hopefully I don't die, but we'll see. Warriors are tough. I think it's going to be a tough challenge. So that is going to be it from me. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Have a great one everyone, see you all Wednesday 9:30 m.p.